Alright, so I've been starting to um trying to how do I say this? I guess the best way to describe it is I've been feeling dry. Like I don't know how long, but let's just say it's been a long time. So last week I guess it was like around Tuesday, last Tuesday. Well, it's Monday now. Sunday going into Monday because it's like after midnight. So I've been starting to pray again. I'm trying to consume as much Christian content. Praying to God for some discernment because, of course, with how media is, social media in general, and social media, how fast-paced the world is with the internet. Even if it's Christian content, we always have to pray for discernment, that the wisdom coming from the content is really something He would want you to hear, that God would want you to hear. Because again, even the Christians in the world right now are like still human. So while we're striving for perfection, we are not yet perfect until the last days. Speaking of the last days, when I've been starting reading the Bible, more trying to start reading the Bible regularly again, trying to renew my prayer life. One of the things that I've been scrolling through in TikTok and sometimes in Facebook is the end times, preparing for the end times, and of course, I'm sure even for from most Christians, I'm not sure, would be fearful of things that would happen, especially with the interpretations from the Bible and stuff. So it's like, of course, fear is clenching my heart whenever I'm not like I will admit that I'm not the bravest person. Uh, if my friends know me, that as much as possible I'd like to avoid confrontation. I'd like to keep things peaceful because I don't like any complicated things. So I'm sure the end times would fall under something like complicated or such. Of course, it's like the most complicated thing ever. So I'm trying to still my heart as much as possible when I try to consume content like that, because it's something that we'd have to face and not avoid. We have to acknowledge it, but of course it still makes me afraid. And of course it's like a prayer in me that I don't really want to, if some interpretations like how there's the rapture and being left behind and having to save those who aren't saved yet or haven't been called yet in the end times. It's really a terrifying concept, and I really hope the part of rapture where we're carried to the sky and I won't be left behind to face the tribulation days, the trials, and being and things like the mark of the beast. So that's really one of the things I really want to avoid. I'm sure I'm not alone in that. That if it was possible, some Christians like me would also like to avoid being left behind and being raptured and carried to God and be beside Jesus Christ and all of the saints. But of course, if you're left behind, if that is indeed what's going to happen, nobody knows what's going to happen exactly. Only God knows. Only God knows what will happen exactly and when the hour is and what we're supposed to do. But this all under the assumption that that is the thing that's going to happen. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a while and say I'm sorry if I sound like I'm rambling, because this is just coming out um, as I want to say it, as whatever comes out of my mind. That's what I want to express. So forgive me if it's a bit rambly. But yeah. Anyway. The point is, yeah, that's one of the things I'm going through right now. Um, Also, but yes, so considering how I'm like that, and like I kind of wanna avoid confrontations and such. It makes me wonder how genuine my faith is. Like, of course, if my faith is genuine, if my salvation is genuine, I shouldn't be fearful for these things. I should be thinking about the loss. the souls that we should help deliver to God. And I have to admit that my track record in trying to spread the word is not very good. I'm not really sure if I've even done any contributions as far as that front is concerned. But again, we have to remember that we don't save, Christians don't save when they spread the word. Our job is just to spread the word, and God will be the one to save the person. It will be God's grace. We can plant the mustard seed, we can plant the seed in a person to show them the way, to help them. We could be the seed, another Christian can be the one to water, or something that they happen to encounter, like what happened to Paul. He was just traveling when it just hit him. There was no one really preaching to him when it happened. So yeah, basically for Christians, we just walk in life, and our job is to plant seeds, and it will be up to God when He chooses to save, if He will choose to save. It will be God's mercy. Now, the thing that's inspiring me right now is First Peter. First Peter, starting from chapter 3. All praise to God, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. It is by His great mercy that we have been born again, because God raised Jesus Christ from the dead. Now we live with great expectation, and we have a priceless inheritance, an inheritance that is kept in heaven for you, pure and undefiled, beyond the reach of change and decay. And through your faith, God is protecting you by His power until you receive this salvation, which is ready to be revealed on the last day for all to see. So be truly glad. There is wonderful joy ahead, even though you must endure many trials for a little while. These trials will show that your faith is genuine. It is being tested as fire tests and purifies gold. Though your faith is far from precious, let me repeat that. Though your faith is far more precious than mere gold, so when your faith remains strong enough, so when your faith remains strong through many trials, it will bring you much praise and glory and honor on the day when Jesus Christ is revealed to the whole world. You love Him even though you have never seen Him. Though you do not see Him now, your trust in Him. Let me say that again. Though you do not see Him now, you trust in Him, and you rejoice with a glorious, inexpressible joy. The reward for trusting Him will be the salvation of your souls. So yeah, I'm sorry for some parts where I had to repeat. But yeah, if you want to understand it and study it yourself, go read First Peter chapter 3 to verse 9. That's First Peter chapter 1 verse 3 until 9. So it shows this gives me comfort that it's something that I stumbled on while watching another TikTok video, and I decided to listen to it. I'll try to show the video here if I can. So it tells me that it makes me feel that God is trying to test me again, refine my faith, trying to purify it, making it more solid, I guess is one way you would put it, to make my faith stronger, because I'm just starting again. I'm praying that I'll be able to do more things in His name. But for now, what I'm doing is trying to study His Word, trying to get more understanding and wisdom, because I don't want anyone to stumble when I try to preach the Word to them, or when I try to do things. So I'll take it one step at a time. It's okay to be afraid. I think that's what God's telling me also right now. It's okay to be afraid, but you have to keep praying. Really have to keep praying for discernment and for God to guide you, because that's really the best thing to do, to strengthen your salvation, to keep on the right path. So I'm really hoping that this will be the beginning of greater things that I can do in His name, in His glory, with His hand guiding me. I can't do anything because I'm just a person, I'm just human. If ever I do great things, I lift it up to God. God will glorify. God will save. I won't save. Even maybe even this video won't save. May this video be a mustard seed, though. I pray for this video to be a mustard seed, that it can be it can be the beginning, and it can help bring others to Christ, especially those who hasn't heard about him yet. I pray for this to be your mustard seed, and I pray for good things and godly things to come in your future.